Oh, hey guys, it's still good to be back. Just want to quickly update you guys why I am back home. So many of you guys might know I was supposed to be in LA for 2 years, but I'm back home for good. I left earlier. I just basically just cut my commitment in half. So I think this is just what happened. I went to LA on my own strength. And when I say own strength, I don't really think God asked me to go back. Yes, I do remember a friend saying, I can see you staff DTSs, but that wasn't like a word from God. Like I don't remember her saying, "Oh, like I hear God saying this about you." So I jumped the gun, I think. So I went to LA last year in June, and I got accepted to staff for 2 years with a commitment to help with 1 year of Mission Adventures. And I thought they said I could staff DTSs after MA, but I wasn't guaranteed that. You know, sometimes when we want something so badly, we hear people say it almost. It's kind of weird, but so I think that happened. I just really wanted to staff a DTS and just pour into young people, young youth, you know, in a DTS, and I found out that I wasn't actually guaranteed to staff DTS like I thought I was. So I just had some meetings and found out that wasn't the case, but I thought it was because I was just so set on staffing DTSs. So when I found that out, that was like a Thursday. Did lots of just like thinking, and like that's when the questions came. Like, am I even supposed to be here? Did I hear God wrong? What now? You know, all these questions came into my mind. And then also, I remembered a conversation I had with a youth pastor in last December when I was home, and he challenged me. He said, "Brandon, what if God never released you from McDonald's because God definitely told you to go there, and He did, and that's a whole other story. But what if God never released you from McDonald's and you do this YWAM thing? Because it's like the higher thing to do as a young Christian." I was offended at the time when he asked me that. I didn't really tell him I was offended, you know, but in my mind and in my heart, I'm like, how dare you, you know? How dare you like say that? And I think it's in that moment, you know, I knew he was right. God never released me from McDonald's, and that's where the whole going to LA on my own strength came into play. So, you know, God revealed that to me on a Friday, and then I was like, what now? Like, what do I do now? You know, I'm not guaranteed to staff DTSs. God, you reminded me of that moment with the youth pastor. Like, are you asking me to come home? Like, are you asking me, God, to go home? So that's when I just had this idea. I need to pray and fast the whole next week, Monday to Friday the next week. So sure enough, you know, I started praying and fasting just every meal. I was in the prayer chapel, just like praying and seeking the Lord. In my journals, I would be breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and I would just write down what God was saying to me at every meal that I wasn't eating, and seeking Him. And it's crazy, like confirmation after confirmation. God just said, "Yeah, go home." And He just confirmed it time and time again. I want to share this one confirmation. It was when I was sleeping. Actually, I had this crazy dream. Like, I have dreams all the time, but I don't remember them unless they're really important. And in my dream, I was back in the old house. I used to live at like 10 years ago. And I was in the basement, everything was the same, but there was an extra room. Just a room, 3 walls and a big, like the wall was missing to go in, it's just 3 walls. And on these walls were shelves. That's all. And the shelves were empty. And I felt like God was saying to me, just go back, right? Because I went back to this house. Because you don't hear of stories moving back to people moving to the house they used to live at. So God was saying, go back and start a new season, start a new room, and fill it up with what I do in your life. And the shelves are empty, So just like God was saying, just fill these up with stories and experiences with me and new experiences in your life. Just fill the walls up, fill the shelves up. So that's just one confirmation of so many I've had when I was praying and fasting for that week. So at the end of that week, I said, hey, like, this is what God's asking me to do. Like, what do I need to do? What are the steps I need to do? So I talked with the elders and another team we have on base, and then I flew out the next day. I think it was a Saturday, so it was a quick transition, but it was good. Still kind of not really fighting anymore, but still just getting over the mindset of my time there wasn't useless. So I remember when I found out I would be leaving, I just felt like I let down my supporters and the people that have been praying and just supporting me financially, and I think that mindset is from the devil, because God did use me there. My time wasn't wasted. I served the base. I worked in the kitchen. I did the grounds. I worked with the grounds, and I did the MA and helped prep that. So like, I think us humans, it's easy for us to think that we didn't do enough. But I definitely feel like my time wasn't wasted there anymore. I made lifelong friends. Just God used me in crazy ways. So I encourage you, if you see me around town, just ask me for a quick story how God used me, so I can keep on remembering that. That'd be awesome. Anyways, thanks guys for watching these updates, and I hope you guys have a blessed day. See you later.